fear women. If you don't fear anything in this life, fear women. Dogs, Anjola, got to Fuji, but what she used that boy eye to see. Let me let you know that love is a bastard. Love is a bastard. That thing that they used to say that open your beauty, that you do kiss somebody like alcoholic. That's what love is, a bastard. Because oh my god, yeah, comedy, superstition, some Hollywood vibes here and there. But it's sure for being real. Oh my god, plot twist. I mean, scums in Lagos. Because your own brother can just be bashing your wife. I mean, these are the things that happen in these movies I watched this weekend, FEMME ANJOLA and RAZZ, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it because I actually had good time. I had good time watching these films, so I'm going to have good time talking about these films because I actually loved watching these films. I enjoyed watching these films. So let's talk about FEMME ANJOLA and RAZZ. You're not subscribed? You want to see crazy?
A fairly weary.
You want to see crazy?
Oh.
That thing that in RAZZ, if it's not at someone 3 times in a day, that's cause to come upon them. If I do the remaining 2, you better go and subscribe before I do the remaining 2 now for you. Alright, so let's talk about these films. Start with FEMME ANJOLA because that's the first one I actually watched. So FEMME ANJOLA, which means this woman Anjola, they sprinkled some French in it. It's by Mildred Oko and Rita Dominic, and it has Nonso Bassi, Femi Jacobs, Paul Adams, Rita Dominic herself, Chrissy Hilwa, Moses Bassi. Who else am I forgetting? Jesus, why am I forgetting everybody else in this film? Yeah. Alright, well, okay. Let's start talking. Maybe when I start talking about them one by one, I remember. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the film by talking about each character, then we'll talk about the film. Like, by the time I point out the character, then we'll talk about the character, and then from there, through that, talking about the film. So let's start with Nonso Bassi. Nonso Bassi played Dejare in this film. I really like that name, first of all. That's a sweet, cute Yoruba name. Dejare, Deja. DJ. Such a beautiful name. Oh my god. I really like the name Nigerian for boys. I don't mind it for girls, but I really love it for boys. So the story was told from Dejare's point of view. That's not Sobassi's point of view. So it was like whatever he was experiencing was what we were seeing. And at some point, I'm like, this guy is a mumu, is a dodoyo. But you know, like I said earlier, love is a bastard. Oh, your beauty. You do kiss somebody like alcoholic. That's what I'm going to tell you about love, because in this film we saw how love did manipulate this guy's life. Like, because you guys that are looking forward for sugar mommy, may you not be a toy boy. You not say amen. And a toy girl. Okay, let me just continue from there. Alright, so Nonso Bassi, I liked his performance. Yeah, he's a musician. We know him as a musician. He's done 1 or 2 acting stuff, but this is his major. He was the in front of us actor. He was the main act in FEMME ANJOLA, and he performed really well. There was no way I could doubt. It's not the best performance, but I really enjoyed watching Dejare. He portrayed his naiveness properly and very well, and his didderiness was really well portrayed, because there are people behind me in the cinema that were really complaining like, this guy is stupid, like, are you mad? And for them to be able to say those kind of things, that means you're actually pulling off the character well. So there were so many of those instances. There was one woman behind me that was really upset. She was like, I'm not watching this movie. Like, what am I looking for inside this place? Like, she was so upset with him. Like, why are you doing here? She was upset with her Dominic. She was upset with the whole film. Because
the guy, I don't know, it was too muish for me. I don't know if I can use that word, but At a point, I felt, what was I doing here? Who brought me here? But no, but was there, the way he was just doing, I was like, Kile Ishununi.
At some point, it took us to the point where in Phoenix, I'm like the fish, what are you doing? That kind of stuff. So it took us through those emotions. I like the fact that they didn't tell us. I didn't read the synopsis of the film. I didn't watch the trailer before I watched the film because I wanted to experience the whole thing without having an expectation of what the film was going to be about. And so I like the fact that they didn't make Dejare a poor boy. I like the fact that he wasn't a poor boy that now met a rich woman and, you know, road to fame. He was doing well for himself. Stock exchange was doing well for himself. When I saw his ride, I'm like, ooh, fancy G-Wag. Wow, such a nice G-Wag, white in color, white in complexion. Wow, lovely. So he wasn't a poor boy. He wasn't with her for money. So it was obvious that he was there because he felt some certain type of affection. He was drawn to her. You know this kayamata that all these older women use, that they would just make you fall in love. And by the way, Rita Dominic's that sex appeal to that, it was real. It was something that if you didn't fall in love with it while watching it, go no. Yeah.
Are you having sex with Angela Carl?
Of course not. She's married to the boss. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. So it was like a I really liked watching Nosobas in general, and plus one thing I saw, we were doing this bomb stuff, this mice as stuff, that thing that I do in Hollywood, that when they finish having sex, you still see the nakedness. I was doing, we saw those things. It was okay, happy. I'm like we're no more shy of nakedness. Wow, must be beautiful. All right, so that's it for Nosobas. I really liked watching him generally. All right, so let's go to Rita Dominic. Rita Dominic bodied this character because from the posters I could see that she was a badass woman or something like that. Like all the stories and whatever came in between this film, I did not expect it, because from seeing the poster I just expected it to be a rich woman and gigolo type of situation. And I mean, it wasn't far from it, but there was an agenda, hidden agenda. Eshodaphobia. Wrong. When you see woman like you wrong, I'm joking. If you like, leave your wife. That's your business. But yeah, Rita Dominic bodied that character. I like the fact that was music infused. Like she was singing. I mean, it was such a nice thing to watch her in a different direction. She's not a giving Jamaica badass type of character. I like that she was like an in-charge woman, even if she made us know. Let me not spoil it. Just go and watch it. Yeah, so I really liked Rita Dominic too. There was so much of raw with her. I liked her outfits, her makeup. Actually, she went to see him at his office. When she went to see him at his office, and she wore this green thing with this hat, this British, gave me this British English vibes type stuff. I really liked it. I enjoyed watching her. Let's go to Chris Ihewa. I've seen Chris Ihewa in a lot of Iroko TV films, and I mean, I like the way he sounds. His voice commands respect. So he was used in this film as the boss. Do you understand? And I mean, his voice alone goes with it. I really like the way he sounds, and his bodybuilding is good. It was good casting for me, and I love the way they established the kind of husband he was, or the way they made us see him. The way they established the kind of husband he was.
Or the one banging my wife.
When the jury saw him, I'm sure the fear in him is like, okay, shit, this man can mess me up if I mess up. Do you understand that kind of stuff? So I liked it. So the jury was a saxophonist. He went to play in a bar that Chris Ihewa won. That's what's his name? Sorry, I don't remember his name. Odera Kalu owned the bar, and he was married to Angela Kalu. And by the way, the way they were calling Angela, it seemed like it was a French name, so I thought it was Anjola. Nobody was really saying Anjola. Like it's a Yoruba name, Anjola. Then Anjola, okay, by the way, so Christian Wa, I really like Christian Wa's acting. I liked when they established his character. When we saw that thing happen in his bar, I'm like, okay, yes, you guys did a good job establishing the kind of man this is. Then Brutus the actor, first time I'm seeing Brutus not act the violent guy. Brutus the actor is not the one that is the one to be feared in this film. It was so shocking to me. I'm like, yes. And his costuming wasn't bad. The hair on his head was not bad at all. And I mean, I enjoyed watching him. It was very subtle, and I'm like, so you can become, guy. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching that. That was good for me. I mean, the GGB dancers were in this film, and I'm like, wow, you guys didn't want to just do extras. You went professional. I mean, it was just one time I saw them. I wish they showed them more because I really just wanted to see them dance. Meanwhile, we didn't see them dance much because the stage was really tiny, and it was like they were struggling to dance and shake their body. So it wasn't so much of dancing like the energy that we always get from GGB girls and all those kind of stuff. So yeah. Femi Jacobs was in this film as Kolakpo, and that was Dejare's brother. And Femi Jacobs, how would I put it? Femi Jacobs pulled his character off like as the elder brother, but plot twist. Like I said earlier, fair women. Everybody in this Lagos now scum. Even your brother is a scum. Oh God, there's something you did in the film. Go and watch it. But yeah, so yeah, it wasn't bad. It was believable that they were brothers. Nonso Basi and Femi Jacobs. I couldn't have felt to pair them as brothers, but it was believable. It wasn't like, guys, what? No, yeah. So Makede Rombi, the person that played Adana, I loved Adana's character. I do not know why. She looked so much like Amanda Oru, and I thought she was one at first glance. Jumoke's character as Adana was beautiful. I loved her hairstyles. At every point in time, it just showed how extra that character was. The hairstyles just portrayed how extra that Adana could be, or the length at which she would go for attention or something like that. That's how I felt Adana was, and I really liked her. Every time she came to my screen, I'm just always laughing. I'm always smiling because I'm like, this girl, she just has that thing to her. This Adana character has that thing. You know those bad girls, those ones that nice to do. Then this one that has like this sassiness to her. So I really liked watching Adana's character. One thing that I didn't like about this film was subtitling. They spoke Igbo at so many instances, and I didn't know what they were saying. There was no subtitle on the screen. But yeah, aside from that, costuming was good. I like the locations. I mean, even if they didn't establish a lot of places. I really loved Dejare's house. It looked so beautiful. So if you are a stock exchange guy and you're out there single, I'm ready to mingle, because if that's where you are living, then I want to live with you, baby. I mean, it looked good. The establishment of the houses looked good. The costume was good. Dialogue was good. I really liked the dialogue. And so many times I was like, more. There were lots of almost situations for me in this film. It was also almost like there was a chase situation, Cape Town. Wow. It looks like they actually spent money and time in making this film, because it didn't seem like it was rushed. Actually, I really enjoyed watching FEMME ANJOLA, and yeah, see the phone they were using. And we're going to show Angela is a very rich babe. She won't be using iPhone 8. So it's to tell you that they shot that film a while ago. So it's like 2 or 3 years ago they shot the film. So yeah, she'll get. They forget. It has those Hollywood sprinkles in it, and I'm like, I tried. Oh my God, this was good to watch. And by the way, there's this quote I took, and I think I've told myself that from every Nollywood film, I'll take a quote out of it. If there's a quote, there's a required quote out of it. And let's establish it. Let's start publicizing. Let's start making these people blow. Let's start making it a thing in life, a quote in life. How do motivational speakers get there? How do motivational quotes get there? Because somebody picked it out and posted it, and somebody else now picked it up and took it, and another person now took it up. So the quote from Nosobasi in this film, from Dejare in this film, is, It only takes a second to change the course of your life. Dejare 2021. Woo! Alright, so in total, I really liked this film. I really liked watching FEMME ANJOLA. It wasn't your typical storyline. I really liked watching.
But the storyline, I wasn't expecting that. I give them a 90 over 100. You know, it's something that I've not seen before. It is a good storyline.
And I like the music, like it really stirred my soul. I really like the music at so many instances. So many instances I'm bringing out my Shazam, but you know, because there's so much dialogue around, Shazam wasn't just getting it right for me at so many instances. So I'm like, I'm gonna Google and check for all the movies, all the music they use in this song, because oh nice. But in conclusion, from this film, and at the end of the film, and my discussion with people at the end of this film, is that Nigerians love comedy.
Like they would have added like maybe comedians to make it more fun.
Because there were a lot of situations where I heard things like, they should have brought a comedian. A comedian should have, this should have. And I'm like, guys, this is not that type of film. But yeah, so the next one we're talking about is comedy, and you will know and see that Nigerians really loved comedy, and they love comedy. They like to just laugh and forget the reason why they're sad, or forget for a second, or feel the stupidity of, like, enjoy how foolish the character is. Alright, so let's talk about RAZZ.
Do you believe in superstition, Mr. Johnson? Where I come from, it's a taboo if 3 people snap their fingers at you in one day, and so a befitting curse will follow you, just like that.
I'm RAZZ.
RAZZ guy was by Udoka Oyeka. He had Nasi Sime, MC Lively, Brashagi, Lasisi Elenu. He had Lolo. He had Buchi Franklin, Yemi Sholade, Ireti Doyle, Nobert Young, Tinamba, Ibrahim Suleiman, Shalewa Shafa. I mean a couple of, and a host of other authors. A host of others. How do you say that thing? A host of others. Yes. So RAZZ guys by Trino Studios, and it was a comedic film. And I mean, having Brashagi, like MC Lively and Lasisi together in a film. I mean, your favorite comedians. I mean, at some point or the other, they've made you laugh, even if you're not your favorite comedians. And those 3 together were good. Were a good fit together. So the scenes that they had together were my favorite scenes. Scenes that that had 3 of them together were my favorite scene. I mean, there was less of comedy from Lasisi because I mean there was one day physical situation, so it was more of Brashagi and MC Lively. But that scene where there were 3 of them in it,
my customer, my God,
together was my favorite. So let's talk about RAZZ guy. RAZZ guy is a film about superstition. Do you believe in superstitions? I don't exactly believe in superstitions, but I avoid anything that can bring envy because I don't know which one is real and which one is a lie. That's when they say, so when somebody cross over your leg, that you give birth to a child that looks like the person. There's some people that when they cross over your leg, when you look at their face like this, like, I didn't want my bikini to look like this, so therefore, alright, Joe, let me cross back. Please help me to cross back because, alright, so in the RAZZ guy, oh shit, I forgot to mention Frank Donga. Frank Donga was also a critical part of the film. I don't know why I didn't remember to mention him. Frank Donga barely spoke, but he was a major. The film was somewhat tied to him because it was the reason why things happened in the film. So yeah, so it's just a film that tells you that no matter what you do, it's just a film about superstition. I don't know what to say about RAZZ guy because it was just a comedic film. It wasn't just stupid. It was just comedic, and I actually enjoyed watching RAZZ guy. It was really funny. The costuming wasn't bad at all. Lasisi speaking good English is beautiful.
Yeah, actually, it was really nice. At a point, I was doubting I could speak English because of the way Lasisi was like, mutual adjacency, all the corrections and all.
What with the here on the document file? What is wrong with you?
Emma.
you look educated enough for the job, except you're some sort of undercover illiterate.
Wow, he looked good speaking good English, and he sounded good speaking good English. And I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong in correcting people, and I don't think the aim of these people is to show that people are RAZZ, that being RAZZ is the same, because I mean, you see the other guy too, it was like there was a switch.
Going around using words whose meaning I don't even know.
It was like there's a switch. So Lasisi was the good speaking guy, then Buchi Franklin was the RAZZ guy. So when the switch happened, like I think his own accent went to this guy and this one was going to that. And it was a thing that happened to them because of what they did. So when people saw snaps at you 3 times, I just did that to you. So if you're a bad person, evil, sorry, you have a curse placed on you until you change. Sorry. Alright, so that's what happened in the film. If 3 people snap at you, that's the superstition they're talking about. And I mean, I've never heard it before. This was my first time hearing it, and trust me, I'm scared. I don't know how people have snapped at me in my back. I don't know whether boy, I'm got to shame me. Maybe what is happening to me? Maybe it's because somebody snapped at me. Your cause cannot work. I will have money. I will have money. It can't work. I will have money. It can't work. I will blow. Alright, so RAZZ guy, at some point I'm like, what's this film? Because at some point it seemed dragged, but it was still funny. But I'm like, can we get straight to the point? But
At the point it got boring. It got boring. At the point it got boring. You can't expect the fun all the way.
they give us some sort of adaku behavior from Jennifer for her in this character. She was being paid and she liked to eat. Like when she sees her brother eating, she's always eating out of this. Established as an eating babe. So it was like they brought her a sprinkle of adaku from Jennifer's diaries into the RAZZ guy, and it wasn't bad at all. Barshagi was Barshagi, but in a Tusha way, not naked Barshagi, but it was somewhat Tusha. Then Nancy Sime was a very oh my god, my boyfriend character. It was annoying at first.
Habibi, I'm like, I feel like this girl. They're actually girls like that.
But it's very, very interesting.
Then I'm like, okay, maybe these are characters, so let me just settle down and watch it. But it was annoying at so many instances. But yeah, they established that she was a love girl. I thought maybe she would run away when his voice changed or when he couldn't speak English properly anymore. But trust me, she did not run away. She was like a I love you no matter what, baby kind of girlfriend and stuff. So yeah, so the RAZZ guy was a good film to watch. It was a comic relief. It was just to relieve you of the stress of whatever you have gone through in the week. So that's kind of film RAZZ guy was, and plus it was with a lesson whereby it means that you should be nice to people and do the right things. Don't make people angry or don't make people snap at you 3 times. These are the films I watched this weekend. I mean, that's what I spent my weekend doing. FEMME ANJOLA and RAZZ guy. FEMME ANJOLA, I rate it maybe 8 over 10 because it was my kind of film. I really liked I like films that just take me off. I'm like wow. And RAZZ guy was comical and it made me laugh. It wasn't bad at all. I'm just joking. I'll give you a 7 over 10. I don't know why I'll give you a 7 over 10, but yeah, it's my rating. If you are vexed, rate your own. Alright guys, so it was nice to watch these both movies. I mean, if you have to pick one of the two, but no, watch the two, because I mean, watch it, chop live. If you have to pick one that suits your taste. If you like thriller movies, if you like comical movies, watch the one that suits your taste. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I do the thing that they do to the people that curse will follow you. The thing they taught us in RAZZ guy. I'll snap 3 times at you. I'm joking, no, if something bad happens to you, it's not me, I'm playing, please. But yeah, subscribe, share, like, turn on the notification bell, and see you guys in my next video. Yeah, in my next video, I remain your Nollywood doctor.